And in a sense, really, that's what they always tell us about imperialism. Um, the state says you have been duly warned, and then, you know, smart people in places like the United States say it's a figment of your imagination. It doesn't exist. You know, there's just lots of things happening. There's no system. Because if you consider that there's a system, it's a conspiracy theory. Anytime you try to systematize US power, it's a conspiracy. You know, Bolivia, for instance. Well, you know why Evo Morales was removed? Because he was a gangster and he needed to be removed, and blah, blah, blah. Leftists. A journal called Towards Freedom, scandalous behavior, published a series of pieces attacking Morales in the middle of that coup. I wrote to people at the board, I even wrote to the editor, and they said, oh, we are for a diversity of left opinion. Interesting diversity, because every single article published, they attacked Morales. Every single article. That's what they call a diversity of opinion. Very interesting American leftists. Very interesting. You know, core part of the US left, Towards Freedom, you know, and many very good old comrades on that board. They didn't say a damn thing because guess what? It's for a diversity of opinion. That's what we're for, fellas. A diversity of opinion. A government led by the first indigenous head of government in Southern Cone Andes area. Okay, there's Benito Juarez. I understand my history, but Evo Morales plays a very important role. 14 years after wretched colonialism that devastated the people of Bolivia for centuries. I mean, guys, this is really the heart of Galeano's superb open veins of Latin America. There's Potosi, there's the mines, there's the 52 revolution, crushed by whom? By Nazis, real living Nazis, including Klaus Barbie, moves to Bolivia, creates a secret service. The Nazi creates a secret service in Bolivia, and it's that guy trained by a Nazi, Klaus Barbie, who kills Che Guevara in 67, 9th of October 1967. I mean, this is what you're dealing with. You know, we need many opinions on the left. Morales arrives there. 14 years, he improves the well-being. Nobody contests the well-being of the people of Bolivia was greatly improved in 14 years. By the way, his third term didn't end until January 2020. So even though they may contest the fourth election in November 2019, he should have been allowed to complete his term till January 2020. He was removed from office November 2019. I didn't hear very many American leftists stand on principle and say he should be allowed to complete his term. Do you remember anybody saying that? I'm not talking about the higher reaches of the New York Times. I'm talking about the American left crowd, the Squad, for instance, and so on. You know, where are your principles? His mandate for the third term was to expire in January 2020. He was drummed out of office by a US liaison officer on November 2019. I know this because I spoke to them 2 days before the coup happened, and then Chomsky and I released a statement the night before the coup saying they're going to do a coup. And how much we were attacked, Chomsky and I. Chomsky was attacked because, well, he's just an old senile man being taken advantage by me. Guess what? Chomsky is neither old nor senile. He's going to live another 100 years. The man has principles and integrity. And when I called him and said, no, his term ends in January, he said, that's enough for me. He said, we are not interested in what happened to the election of 2019 because the term ends in January. If anything, he should complete his term. Do you understand? That's a person who accepts liberal principles. Where was the American left when Evo Morales was drummed out of office? We have enough evidence on the surface of US imperialism, but we're not allowed to say it's a system. Because if you say it's a system, then you're a conspiracy theorist. Welcome to the world.